I'm so looking forward to moving into our new house. I'm so grateful that you bought a new house for us to live in. Our whole family is going to be so happy living there.
Hold on a second, Lisa. What did you mean by our whole family?
I don't understand your question. Obviously, my parents are moving in with us. We don't need a huge house for just the two of us. The more the merrier, right? And it'd be great to have my parents around because they'll clean the house and cook for us. They can take care of you too, Ted, which means I have more time to myself.
I see. Although, I don't think that you've been taking care of me in the first place. I mean, I'm doing all the housework for the two of us now. This is the first time I'm hearing about us moving in with your parents. What's going on, Lisa? Do I have a say in this?
Well, they're my parents. Did I really need to ask you for your opinion?
I think you do, seeing as they'll be living under the same roof as us.
I'm sure that I mentioned it before, and you were okay with it. You might have fallen asleep mid-conversation, but I did tell you.
Well, if I'd fallen asleep, then that doesn't count. It's unfair of you to tell me these important things when I'm about to fall asleep.
Well, I didn't know that you were going to fall asleep mid-conversation. This isn't my fault.
I'm sorry, but your parents just can't live with us.
Why would you say such a thing? They're my parents.
I bought the house for the two of us. I wasn't planning on inviting your parents to live with us. I won't feel comfortable in my own home if your parents were living with us. Besides, we'll probably have children soon, so there's not enough room for your parents. You need to tell them that they can't live with us.
But I already told them that they could. I can't say no to them now.
Yes, you can. They're your parents. They'll understand.
You know what? I don't need to listen to you. It's my house, too, so stop telling me what to do.
But I'm paying for the house. Don't you think that I have a say?
I don't. Besides, I've already decided, so you won't be able to change my mind. You need to support my decision as my husband. If you don't, you'll regret it later, I'm sure.
Are you threatening me? You can't make such a big decision without me. How many times do I have to tell you that I bought the house for us and not your parents?
So you're not going to support my decision, then? You want to argue about this?
I'm not trying to argue with you. I'm just being honest about my wishes. I can't live with your parents, and I won't. I do a lot of work from home, and if your parents were home too, I wouldn't be able to concentrate or work comfortably. Can't you see how this would be so hard for me?
Fine then, let's get divorced.
What? This is not something to get divorced over.
It is to me. My parents are very important. If you won't allow my parents to live with us, I'm leaving you. Is that what you want?
Of course it's not what I want. You're being very unreasonable by threatening me with divorce. And you just told me about your parents moving in with us. We should talk about this like two adults. I mean, I'm paying for the house, so it's technically my house. If you were considering asking your parents to move in with us, you should talk to me about it beforehand. Besides, the new house isn't designed for two families to live there.
I don't care how you put it. I'm divorcing you if you won't allow my parents to live with us, and that's a final decision.
What the hell, Lisa? So you're not even gonna try and talk things through with me then?
I already have the divorce papers ready.
Why in the world would you do that?
Well, I predicted that you'd react this way. I wanted to be prepared. You could have just said yes and it wouldn't have come to this.
I don't understand why I'm being backed into a corner here. I didn't do anything wrong, yet I'm being punished. I think that you need to calm down. You're clearly threatening me with the idea of divorce. It's not fair.
If I don't get my way, I'm going to file the divorce papers. Do you not believe me when I say that I already have the papers ready? I can show them to you once you come home.
I don't want a divorce. I hear you loud and clear, but I still can't say yes to having your parents move in with us. You need to let your parents know that our plans have changed.
Why are you being so difficult?
I don't think that I'm the one being difficult here. I don't understand what you're trying to do. It doesn't make any sense for us to get divorced just because we can't come to an agreement for your parents. I know that you're busy in preparation for a move, but I don't want you to make any rash decisions.
You just don't get it, Ted.
You're being totally ridiculous. Do you hear yourself? I've been working hard and taking care of the house too. How come you come home late every night? We never see each other at home, and now you go and make this big decision without me? We're married. Shouldn't we be talking about this face to face instead of messaging each other like this?
I don't want to see your face. It's easier for me to message you. If you don't want me to leave you, you need to say yes to my parents moving in.
I'll think about it, but I don't think my answer is going to change. How come there's all this stuff being moved into our house which doesn't even belong to us? Did you send your parents' belongings to the new house without my permission?
I did. Is that a problem?
Why would you do such a thing, Lisa? You know that I don't approve of your parents moving in with us. Don't you care at all about my feelings?
I can say the same thing right back at you. You can't control me.
I'm not trying to control you!
This is my house too, and I have a say. Besides, my parents already arranged to move out of their current home, and they can't change their plans anymore. I'm okay with divorcing you if you don't want to live with my parents.
Have you ever considered that getting a divorce may not be so good for you after all? I defend that you can be so optimistic about everything.
I don't understand what you're trying to say. You can't stop my parents from moving in anymore, so just deal with it.
Just so you know, I'm going to do everything in my power to stop your parents from moving in with us. Have the movers send back all their stuff. You better do as I say.
Ted, where are you? Come help us move in. Are you going to make my father carry everything by himself? You can't complain even if I decide to file the divorce papers today.
Do what you want. I'm done talking to you. Have your parents go back to their old house. This isn't going to work out.
They've already moved out of their old house, so they can't go back. How many times do I have to tell you that?
The house is mine, and you and your family have no right to live there.
We're married, so the house is half mine. As your wife, I make all the important decisions here. If you're not going to listen to me, I really will file the divorce papers today.
Actually, I already did that for you, so the house is now mine.
What?
Now, will you and your family pack your things up and move out? You wanted to get divorced, so I did you a favor. But to be honest, I wasn't happy about our marriage either. I'm looking forward to starting my new life without you. I don't need to put up with all your whining and selfish behavior anymore.
Why did you file the divorce papers without telling me? You could have said something.
Did I really need to tell you? You were very eager to get divorced. I thought that you'd be overjoyed. We're divorced now, so you're not in the family anymore. I want you to get out of my house ASAP. I think that you should move out before I call the police on you.
Why would you call the police? You're not making any sense to me right now.
I did what you told me to. You should be grateful. You can thank me by moving out.
I didn't actually want a divorce. What I wanted was for us to live all under one roof with my parents. Can't believe that you actually filed the divorce papers. How could you?
I did what I had to do. You weren't ever going to listen to my needs. Like I said before, you should have told me beforehand about your parents moving in with us.
They're my parents. I thought that you would understand.
But I told you that I didn't feel comfortable living with your parents. Don't you care about my feelings at all? And I can't believe that you arranged to have your parents' stuff moved into our house without my permission. You never cared about my happiness. I now know that it was just a mistake getting married to you. I'm glad that you suggested that we get divorced. This is exactly what I needed.
believe that you actually filed the divorce papers.
Oh, so you were bluffing then. Do you realize how selfish you are? You tried to threaten me to get your way. You're a terrible wife. I can do so much better. We're divorced now, so I don't have to put up with your crap anymore. Now will you please get out of my house?
Why are you suddenly turning on me? Don't we mean anything to you?
We're divorced, so we're strangers now. I don't want anything to do with you or your family anymore. To be honest, I never got along with your parents. Did you know that they would steal something from my house each time they visited us? You can't expect me to get along with thieves. I only put up with them because we were married, but not anymore. I want nothing to do with them.
I'm sorry that I threatened you. I feel bad for that. I never thought that you'd actually leave. I didn't want a divorce. How are we supposed to live if you kick us out?
How am I supposed to know? You're the one that asked for a divorce, so deal with it. I'm cutting all ties with you and your family. I suggest that you move out ASAP.
Why are you being so cold to me all of a sudden? Can't we try to resolve our issues and get back together? My parents already put their house up for sale. Can't we try to get along with each other? I know that we can work this out. I mean, we love each other, and that's all that counts, right?
You're the one that asked for a divorce, and I asked you if we could sit down and talk to each other many times, but you refused. It's too late to work out anything.
Look, I'm trying now. Can you give me a little credit here? What are you going to do with this house once we move out? Do you plan on living here all by yourself? Isn't this house too big for one person?
I decided to sell the house to my parents. They agreed to buy it, and the house now belongs to them.
What?
So you need to get out before my parents move in, which will be soon. I could call the police and you could get arrested for trespassing. I'll give you until tomorrow to leave, but if you don't, I'm calling the police. Now start gathering your things.
I never agreed to a divorce. You can't just kick me out like this.
You signed the divorce papers, which means that you agreed to the divorce.
But I've changed my mind. Doesn't that mean anything?
You know that there isn't anything that you can do about this.
We have no place to live. Aren't you concerned at all? We're going to be homeless because of you. Doesn't that make you feel bad?
Not at all. You should be grateful that I'm not asking you to pay me alimony because I could if I wanted to.
Why would I need to pay alimony to you in the first place?
I know that you were having an affair. Don't try to deny it. Why don't you and your parents move in with your lover? I'm sure that he'd be thrilled to have you.
I never had an affair. You have to believe me.
I know that you were going to ask your parents to move in with us and you were eventually going to divorce me and kick me out. You were going to have your parents take care of all the housework so that you could go out and spend time with your lover. I'm on to you, Lisa.
You have it all wrong.
I have all the evidence. So you don't need to make any excuses. I pity you, so I won't ask you to pay me alimony. Now leave the house before I call the police on you. That's the least of what you could do for me. Don't get in touch with me ever again. Have a nice life with your lousy parents and lover.
Lisa and her parents had no choice but to move out of the house. Luckily, they were able to move out before Ted called the police on them. They had no place to live and ended up living in the streets. Lisa asked for her lover's help, but he didn't want to live with her parents either. And he broke up with her soon after that. I guess she saw that one coming. Lisa continued to get in touch with Ted to try to get him to forgive her, but he never got back to her. Ted's parents moved into the new house, and Ted would visit them from time to time. Ted's much happier now that he's divorced and doesn't have to deal with Lisa's crazy parents.
I'm so looking forward to our wedding! I can't wait to be married to you, Todd. I love you so much!
Me too, I can't wait either. Really looking forward to it.
Yes, that's right! Isn't it romantic that we're having our wedding as the same day as the registration date of our marriage?
Yes, I agree.
And I want there to be the option of exiting at the last minute.
What do you mean by that?
Nothing. Just ignore what I said. It was a comment about our wedding plan. Totally not your concern. And I can't wait to put on my wedding gown either. I bet I'm going to look gorgeous as always.
I'm sure that you will, babe. You're stunning.
Hold on a second. Are you only marrying me for my looks? That better not be the only reason.
Of course it's not the only reason. I love everything about you. You make me laugh and I'm at ease when I'm with you.
I'm glad to hear that. Your salary isn't the only reason why I'm marrying you, Harold.
Did you just call me Harold? Who the hell is Harold?
Oops! Sorry. Wrong name. I meant to say your name, Todd. I love other things about you, too.
Did you just mistake me for someone else? Isn't Harold your ex-boyfriend's name?
Really? Was it? I don't remember anymore. The guy I was dating before you, his name was Gonzo. Isn't that such a unique name?
I guess so. But I remember very clearly about you telling me that your ex-boyfriend's name was Harold. This is the first time I've ever heard about Gonzo.
Well, it's all in the past, so you have nothing to worry about. It was 1 billion years ago, and I've completely forgotten about them, so you should too. You're the one that I'm marrying, Todd. Let's not talk about my past boyfriends anymore. Let's talk about our future together.
I'd like to, but it kinda bums me out that you mistook me for one of your ex-boyfriends.
I'm sorry about that. But don't fret about it because it was nothing. Be a man. I fell in love with you because you're strong and manly.
Okay, fine. It's in the past then. I'll stop worrying about your ex-boyfriends. So, about moving into our new house together next week, have you packed up all your things? I feel like we haven't spent any time together at my place in a while.
Yes, I've packed my things. I haven't been able to come over to your place recently because I was getting ready for our big move. Why are you being so paranoid right now?
Well, I received a weird letter the other day.
A letter from who?
And I feel like someone's been following me around and watching my every move. It's really creeping me out. I'm moving out of this place soon, so I'm not worried about that, but I think it's best that you don't come over to my place anymore. I'm only going to be living here for another week, and from next week we'll be living together, so...
Okay, sure. You're right, that is creepy. Make sure you call the police if you think something bad is going on. It's a scary world.
Thanks, Melanie. I'll be careful. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow then. What the hell are you doing with my girlfriend? Who the hell is this? It doesn't matter. I'm asking you to break up with the girl that you're seeing right now. She belongs with me! Where is this coming from? I don't know who you are and it's creeping me out. Stop messaging me. Melanie belongs with me! Wait, are you the one who's been following me around these days and sending me those letters? Tell me your name. Why should I? I'm asking you to stay away from Melanie! Are you Harold by chance? You used to date Melanie, right? Used to? What do you mean by that? Melanie told me that you're forcing her to marry you. She doesn't want to though because she's in love with me. Are you stalking Melanie? She told me that you guys broke up a long time ago. This has nothing to do with me. You shouldn't be messaging me like this. It's not my fault that Melanie chose to marry me and not you. You need to get over her. That's not true. She's only marrying you for your money. Did Melanie tell you that? You shouldn't be spreading malicious lies just because you're upset about the fact that Melanie dumped you. Please stop harassing me like this. I've never done anything bad to you. Melanie and I are going to get married and that's that. I know that you two are getting married, but that doesn't mean that Melanie and I will stop seeing each other. What? On paper, you'll be Melanie's husband, but I'm still the love of her life. I don't understand what you're saying. It doesn't make any sense. I'm sure that Melanie wants nothing to do with you. You need to leave us alone. I think you're the one that doesn't get it. You're totally clueless. Melanie and I were together last night as well. What the hell?
I'm sorry about my ex-boyfriend. I had no idea that he still had feelings for me. I hope that he didn't hurt you too badly.
What do you want me to say? I can't believe that we're having this conversation on our wedding day. He punched me in the face on the day of my wedding. He's crazy. He's not going to let me forget about this because my swollen face is going to be all over our wedding photos.
I'm sure that Harold got all his anger out of his system now. He won't be bothering us anymore.
How can you be so optimistic? This isn't even close to being over yet. I'm really pissed off about what Harold did to me. I'm not going to forgive him for it.
Just let it go. It's not worth it. Let's enjoy our wedding. Let's not let this ruin the day that we've both been looking forward to. I'm sure that Harold feels bad about punching you.
I highly doubt that. Why are you taking his side anyway?
I'm not. I just don't want to see the two of you fighting on our wedding day. You don't need to fight over me. I'm marrying you, Todd. You have nothing to worry about.
I'm not fighting. Harold's the one that punched me in the face. I'm completely innocent.
I guess he got carried away. He still loves me, it seems. It's not his fault.
How can you say that? You're crazy.
Let's forget this ever happened. I don't want to talk about this anymore. Now let's get ready for our wedding. I want to make this a fun day.
You don't get it. There's no way that we're going ahead with this wedding. I don't want to go out in front of guests looking like this, and it doesn't make sense that Harold still has such strong feelings for you.
What?
I mean, you seem to totally be taking Harold's side here. I'm starting to think that you still have feelings for him, too.
I am not taking his side! How many times do I have to tell you that? But if you look at it from Harold's perspective, you did kind of steal me away from him, right?
I don't think so. You told me that you had already broken up with Harold when we met. I had no idea that Harold was still in the picture. You tricked me into believing that wasn't the case.
Whatever. Who cares about the small details, right? But now Harold is trying to get over me. Isn't that enough?
What do you mean by enough? I can't believe that you're letting your ex-boyfriend ruin our wedding. This is your fault, too. I had the wedding staff tell our guests that our wedding has been called off.
How could you do that without consulting me first? We've been planning for this day for months. You're crazy.
You're the one that's crazy, not me.
What do you mean by that?
Did you think that I wouldn't get mad about this because I'm usually a nice guy? I'm glad that I called off that wedding. I don't want to marry you anymore. I'm not going to put up with your crap any longer. I've had enough.
But you didn't have to cancel the wedding. I was really looking forward to this day.
And I'm going to sue Harold for what he did to me. I had no idea that you were having an affair with him this entire time. And I'm glad I found out what kind of woman you really are before making the mistake of marrying you.
An affair? What are you talking about?
Don't try to play innocent. I know that you were seeing Harold behind my back. That's why he was so mad about us getting married. I was an idiot for trusting you. I'm not going to be making the same mistake of being fooled by you anymore.
You're not making any sense, Todd. Things between Harold and I are over. I'm not seeing him or having an affair with him.
Are you sure about that? Harold sent me a recent photo of the two of you spending time at his place. The photo is real, and I know now that he was telling me the truth.
Why would Harold do such a thing? I thought that he wanted me to be happy.
I didn't want to believe it at first, but you only chose to marry me for my money. What Harold told me was true. You're the one that's been lying to me the entire time. I know the two of you were planning to continue seeing each other even after we got married. I don't want to hear any of your excuses.
Wait, you've got it all wrong. I didn't mean to hurt you like this. You have to believe me. Harold's lying to you.
I know the truth. You can't lie your way out. Besides, I saw you.
What did you see?
I saw you going over to Harold's place. I followed you there a couple of times to make sure that what Harold told me was true.
Why didn't you say something to me when you found out then? It's not what it looks like.
Whatever, I don't care anymore. You know that it's too late to fix our relationship. It's over between us, so why don't you come clean?
Okay, fine. I admit that Harold and I have been seeing each other from time to time, but it's not my fault.
Huh?
I was lonely because you were always so busy with work to come see me. The thing with Harold was temporary. I was planning to break up with him as soon as we got married. It's not as bad as you thought, right?
I'm sorry, but I realized that things were over between us the minute that I found out you were cheating on me with Harold.
But...
Are you so naive that you thought I would actually forgive you for this? There's no way I'm going to forgive you, and I'm not going to marry you either. I want you to pick up all the stuff that you have at my place.
But I just finished moving in! Are you kicking me out?
I am. I don't want to live under the same roof as you.
Where am I supposed to live? I gave up my old apartment already!
Why don't you stay with Harold then? I'm sure that he'd be happy to have you. I mean, I know that you enjoy being with Harold more than me. That's why you kept on making excuses for him and taking his side. I'm the unlucky one. I got cheated on, and then your stupid boyfriend punched me in the face on my wedding day.
I'm sorry if I hurt you. I didn't mean to take Harold's side.
I'm sick and tired of listening to your lies and excuses. By the way, I notified the police about Harold punching me in the face, so he's probably going to get arrested, which means you'll have to wait until he gets released.
What? You reported this to the police? Did you have to go and do that? I thought that we agreed not to make a big deal out of this.
You decided that, not me. You didn't ask me for my opinion. You didn't care about my feelings at all. What Harold did was a crime, and he needs to pay for it. I'm the victim here.
Why are you trying to make Harold look like a monster?
Well, it's the truth, so deal with it. There's no point in us talking about this anymore. You're going to regret that fact that you chose a violent man over me. I already regret the fact that I wasted my time on a woman who was two-timing me. I'm so glad that I was able to cancel our wedding. I hope that you have a nice life with Harold.
This totally blows. I was about to get married to you and now I've lost everything.
I knew that something was going on the minute you called me Harold by mistake. But I had no idea that it would end up with me getting sucker punched in the face. I'm glad that I didn't end up marrying the wrong woman for me, though.
Wait! Don't leave me, Todd! I thought that you loved me! You can't just cancel our wedding and bolt! What will my parents think of me?
Who knows? They might want to cut you off, but it's not my problem. Deal with it on your own. I mean, you made the mess.
What will my friends think as well? This is so embarrassing!
Then how about you marry Harold today? You're more than welcome to use the venue. I really don't care anymore. I do expect you to pay me palimony and cover the costs of our canceled wedding, though. That's the least that you could do after everything you've put me through.
Are you being serious right now? I don't have that kind of money. Let's just get married as planned, Todd. That's the best thing to do here. I can't imagine my life without you. I'm not gonna break up with you ever.
Shut up, Melanie! You don't have a say in this! I've already made up my mind.
But...
I want nothing to do with you anymore. Now leave me alone! Go and tell your parents that our wedding's been canceled. If you don't pack up your things and move out, then I'll just throw everything out. Enjoy the rest of your life with Harold the criminal.
Melanie had to let her parents know that her marriage and wedding to Todd had been canceled. When they found out the reason why this happened, they cut Melanie off. As for Harold, he had committed other crimes in the past and was arrested. Melanie lost everything. Todd, her family, her job, and a place to live. She was forced to regret her poor choices and work hard to pay back the money that she owed to Todd. She asked Todd to take her back several times, but Todd had no intentions of doing so. He eventually cut her out of his life and moved to a different town so that she couldn't get in touch with him anymore. Todd was very wise to break up with Melanie.